My Gavanan Melonin, and well met indeed. I am Arachir Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Adûnâim, and things take a turn for the worst in the last episode. Of course, as I'm sure you're aware, Londare is under siege, Tharbad is under siege, and the Northern Adûnâim decided that despite them walking on the brink of existence, or the other one, I suppose they are on the brink of existence because they're soon to fall into non-existence, extinction. They've decided to attack me, and Ranger Captain Hisalven the Merciful is an idiot, basically. And I can't attack them back because we need them to defend us against the Misty Mountains, who are also coming. But I think at the moment we're at an end turn, and we are just going to have to hope and pray that Dunland attack us in Tharbad, because we can easily kill them, and that Isengard attack us in Londare, because we can also easily kill them. In answer to a couple of questions that I did see posted, yes, my cat that reared its head in a few episodes ago by opening the door and coming in and crying at my feet, as they do, meow, meow. She is called Tar and Kalime.
Attack!
And many people have said, oh, is that a Sindarin name? And the answer, I'm afraid, is no, it's not. It's a Quenya name. It could be Adûnâim, actually, but I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's Quenya. No, yes, of course it is, because Adûnâim wasn't used till later on. Tar and Kalime is the first ruling queen of Númenórean. She is the daughter of the famous ship king of Númenórean, Tar al-Darian. And she had a bit of a troubled existence, unfortunately. Her mother and her father when her father returned to the sea where he spent the remainder of his life, her mother and Kalime's mother became embittered with men, and she bled that belief into her daughter. And so her daughter became somewhat aloof with men, as it were, and she was even tricked into marriage because she was taken away from Armenelos, the capital of Númenórean, and she was taken up into the hills, and she very famously became known as the Shepherd Princess, or Shepherdess Princess, because she went up to live with the shepherds and farmers of Númenórean. And her mother, who hated men, as I say, imparted this belief onto her. And any suitor that came who was of noble blood or high lineage, she automatically turned away. But then one man caught her eye, and he seemed like a lowly shepherd, and so they fell in love. And she had a wonderful time with him, probably hiding the relationship from her mother, who hated men. Anyone that we can waste on the wall? Yes, you. Just to make sure that the walls keep shooting them as long as possible. But then it turned out that, unfortunately, the gentleman whom she had given her love to turned out to actually be a prince who had used his cunning to pretend to be a lowly shepherd boy to get close to her. But interestingly, it doesn't really say if she found this out before or after she agreed to marry him. So I think it was before, but she married him anyway, mostly for politics rather than love. For her uncle was trying to get the throne of Númenórean, and so to stop him, she needed to have children, and this she did, and her son ruled after her, who was called Tar I think. No, her son after her was Anarian, Tar Anarian, which is obviously the same name as Isildur's brother, or Elendil's son. Anyway, there we are. So that's Anne Kalime. And the reason we called her Anne Kalime is, number one, because I really like Lord of the Rings and it's a really, really good name. And two, because she is completely white, head to toe, pure white. She's Siamese. And Anne Kalime means radiant or most bright. So it was a rather fitting name, we felt. And that's my cat. She is not very old. I believe she's coming up to her 5th month of existence, so still very young indeed at the moment. But she's very cheeky and irritating sometimes, but she's very cute, so we'll let her off. Although, don't let Jess hear me say that. I've got to maintain the notion that the cat is a complete waste of money. What I think we need to do is actually move the footmen. No, we need to get the footmen just closer. They're in a useless position at the moment. Can we put them behind them over there? Yes, get the footman to go there. Get our general to go over on that edge. Get the javelins on that side. The rangers have the longest range, as the name would suggest, so move those further back out of the way. So the crossbows can then take in that position. Speed it up. Everyone take positions. All the crossbows, you know, just have a little moment there and do sod all. That's also available. I think we should curl the line in a bit more. I think our walls are coming down. They're not in a very good position, really, are they? That'll have to do. That will have to do. There we are, you guys. No one stand on top of any archers because it always makes them a lot worse.
It's time for butcher's work.
Right, I think that will do. That will set us up. This, unfortunately, is the version where the towers do absolutely sod all, as noticed by the fact that our towers are firing point blank into a large group of units and killing nothing. We are not going to get any benefit from our towers at all.
Our cunning foe has reached our walls with their siege tower. We must repel them.
Right, here they come. Are they just going to come straight down the middle? No, we've got some pikemen going around the side. Oh no, the bulk of them are coming down the middle. You are free to fire at will. All forces free to engage. Where's the other crossbows? Oh, in a terrible position. Those are the ones I was supposed to be moving into. Who's coming first? Bane Guard. But the bulk of them are coming down the middle there. Marvellous. Those crossbows, as I say, are in a really bad position. I would much rather you're shooting something over here than the one unit that's made it to our line at the moment. So much so, in fact, I think you should cease fire. You guys can fire, that's alright. They don't have a general, do they? Actually, memory serves. This is a captain-led army. Oh, and they're not going for our marines, so our towers are going to get... Our useless towers, granted, are at least going to get some kills here. Alright, we wait till they've all grouped up and bottled down that middle. There we are. Now, feel free to go for it. Oh dear, someone's run out. You. You can shoot wherever you like, actually, I suppose. Right, as they are not flanking us, these units are all going to form part of our guard. I want to get the crossbows into a better position. Yes, perfect. Stand still, stand still, stand still. Shoot them! Shoot them! Shoot them! 17% of them have died. This is brilliant. Going much better than the first time. We've got a spear guard unit that's taken out of the game. They've got their siege out there. More Bane Guard coming in. Ah, Bane Guard upgraded to look with the rest of their Uruk-kin. Pikes coming in at the back. They don't have very many ranged units. With only crossbows, I think, actually. Oh, there they are. One unit of crossbows, that's not much, is it? How are our crossbows doing? Because the crossbows will be the real killers. No, don't be firing arcing shots. Shoot those Bane Guard at the back there. Stand your ground for now. Stand your ground. No, they are doing arcs, aren't they? These people are too far over. I'm changing their targets too often, I suppose, actually. What are we on? 30% of them have died. Right, where's our savages? Barely even human. Come this way. There isn't really anything to worry about at the gate, so we can use you to actually kill someone at the back. Who is at the back? A spear guard unit. Might as well. You're very expendable. Stop them getting to our ranged units, please. It looks like they might be breaking. They are breaking! Oh, wow. I think if we rush the buggers, we might get a full break here. Where are you guys? You're coming through. Perfect. Still firing into their line. We've still got a lot of arrows left. 50% of them have died. We've only lost 5%.
The enemy force remains.
More routing. More routing. And those pikemen have been taken out of the game because of their stupidity, which is always nice to see. Oh no, I've just selected the whole group. Never useful to do that. Oh, there's the captain with his nice white helmet. I note that he's not getting himself to the front lines, is he?
The enemy general flees like the coward he is.
Oh, and now he's even running away.
Break the spirit of his army.
Fire whatever you like. Ah, we've just spurred on that last unit on the wall. That's alright. Capture anything that runs through you.
Our men have captured
Go. Oh, we captured the captain.
Make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
I think we've probably just, as soon as they arrive, yeah, there we are. We've won. Isengard have brought their finest, and they have been found very, very heavily wanting. Now pull away, and we get some crossbow shots on those spear guard, I think. So, take it out of times 6. You run over there. 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 You come and form the line. Crossbows, get ready to shoot them. Oh, they're going to stand there and let you shoot them. Perfect. You got some more bolts left, haven't you? Yes. And the last two. Oh, and the ballista crews, of course. Gonna have to go and kill the ballista. But we'll use our remaining crossbows first. We won't waste needless troops. Right, so, you guys, I know you're probably knackered, but run over there for me, please. Thank you very much. Take the Nardu Tariq with you. 124 of you. Run over there, please. And Narduzagar. Come down the middle. And we'll sandwich them. Oh, they're going to turn in, actually. That was a silly idea. They'll come in here, or they'll go.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
There we are, that's them over. Alright, now we'll just rush out and kill the... I can't believe those units on the walls are still alive. No, that didn't last long, did it?
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be. The enemy army flees the field.
An excellent victory! Yes, 94%. Sorry, I was just watching at the end there, really. 121 deaths.
All who remember this day, remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
275 kills, Belegar crossbowman. What a incredible show that was. I think we've just shown that we can defeat Isengard. And even at this late stage, Isengard has one thing lacking, and that is generals. All of their generals are either at the front lines fighting Mordor, or more likely governing towns, which the AI puts a lot of stock in. If that army had had a general, I think we still would have won, but it would have been a much different story. I mean, if the half-orcs started breaking almost immediately. The unit that arrived first, they took about 3 people down and then fled. And as the half-orcs came down the middle, they just routinely broke and broke and broke. Whereas if they had a general, they would have fought on. So I still think, as I say, we would have won, but the casualties would have been higher. But to only lose 121 and to kill that many, we don't need their money, so we're killing all of them. I think we should, as I've already suggested, as we've got a fleet coming, we should keep the momentum going. Oh, this whole army here was just to harass them, so...
Rally to me,
and we shall now press further in. We'll move for Alkford.
Pulling back from the walls.
And then our other army will drop in. If we can, try and clamp Isengard down. Although, actually, with us attacking Isengard, I think Mordor will start getting the upper hand. And it won't be long before they're knocking on our door. And I don't want to think about that, to be honest.
My lord.
Most boring nation to fight in the whole game.
We shall prevail.
Unfortunately, Dunland did not attack us, which I had hoped they might. Right, we've got reinforcements in this town, and those will merge.
Your will, my lord. Your will, my lord. Yes.
Leave behind 121 of them.
Yes. Assembling a mighty. Your will, my lord.
Oh, we got more crossbows coming.
By your command.
Númenórean, another general's coming.
Orders. As you wish.
We've got nice armies on their way.
Orders. Yes.
You are just going to have to constantly train troops. It's going to be a never-ending training regime, I'm afraid. And once we build the conscription tank camp, I think we will go straight for a... I don't know, I've done that. I'm not going to end the turn. We'll go straight for the one above it.
This tower will keep vigil over the...
Right, where's the next one after Outfit that really matters? I don't think that one really does. I mean, the goal is to try and get to Isengard as quickly as possible, and then we can hold Isengard on the river, on the Isen, and to ideally get to Gound so that we can hold the gap, because they'll be... I doubt they'll come around the long way. But then maybe I am now... Maybe it would be better to take Balorn. Balorn. Who says Balorn? Maybe it'd be better to take Balorn. Oh, they don't have anything in these towns, do they? Keep up the pressure! We need this army up here to win as well. But Dunland and the Misty Mountains, did I check? I can't remember if I did. Oh, they are allied. Bugger. They'll never break that alliance. But we've got good money, and we've got relatively useful towns up here in the north. So once you've built your army barracks, is that the highest tier? Yes, it is. And have you got your... Oh, yeah, you've got your siege and your rangers. Brilliant. Get the High Palace so you can train more troops per turn. And hopefully we can turn Adûnâim into something of a training centre. As the Misty Mountains, the dwarves are holding them back really quite well, which is surprising, actually. No, I'm not surprised that the dwarves are... Oh, hello. Hang on, sorry. Look at the garrison we can get there. Yes, please. I will take your crop rotation. Thank you. Dolvorn, what are you up to? No, nothing really. You could give us... Oh, some good units from there. Everywhere could give us good units if we just laid it out, but... Some places have to give us money. Mithlond. I saw a comment that did say I should have sent an army north and crushed Círdan, because quite rightly his bodyguard now is sellswords and not nobles. Because the devastation in this region will now be quite severe, but it's still making 2,859 even with devastation, which is only losing me 287 gold coins. So I'm not overly concerned.
Can you not tell, friend? Ships ready.
Ah, but we are going to be dogged by those elves the whole way down, aren't we? So at the end of each turn, we must make sure to put the troops ashore.
My lord.
I don't know what that retraining is. Bregos. No, they're not really very good. They are not really very good, in my opinion. Our capital would be much better suited to be returning to Vinyar or Menelaus, or even to Londere. Because I think at the minute it's Númenórean, isn't it? Which is arguably the worst location for my capital on the entire map. So there we are. Win some, you lose them. Let's go who's now up to getting a market. Again, up here, it really is about money, I think. I mean, I could turn these places into somewhere that could summon quite a sizable army. But it's not really worth it. It's a very long way to walk. But and it's so many turns. We're talking another sort of 30 turns before it's even got the capacity to train elite troops. And then beyond, it's just not worth it. Queue up some... No, get the Master Mason's halls. We're going to be doing a lot of building. And then leave that. We've got the money for it. I don't know why I've gone back there. I can't do anything there. I really wanted Dunnan to attack. I'm really disappointed. Sorry. Here, Captain Erdrek.
Yes, my lord.
You go over and see what's happening at that one.
Have a taste of my
Oh, the Misty Mountains. Because if Dunnan attack me at Tharbad, are those Misty Mountain forces in range to assist them? I don't know. Can't believe they've sold their souls to join with Melkor's spawn. That's just utter disgrace. No, they didn't attack me at the town, but they're chasing him down. It's not going to do him any good. I don't really care about him, so...
Fall back. We must regroup.
And he keeps killing them. Everyone that dies on this northern side of the river is brilliant, because Dunland have lost connection to their main home, their recruitment centre, their hub, their capital. And they have no hope of getting it back, really. Oh, yeah, go on then. Where have you just gone to? Harlond. Oh, that's miles away. Why are you in Harlond?
Your orders, my lord.
Loading the troops
I'm going to risk it for a biscuit, because we want to go as far as we can. We're heading to Belor. 3 turns.
Yes,
But
my lord.
the Alkford army has arrived, and that's not going to get a garrison. Oh, yes! God, what a great day. Lord Ugluck. And he's decided to deprive himself of a garrison because he's an idiot.
Yes,
so we can easily sweep in and take that. And we've got 4 unit slots. I'm thinking
Yes, my lord.
of the units that are coming. For the at the moment, units that are available right now. I'm taking those 2 and Nimruzir. And of those 3 which can come with me, one of you's going over there. Make that like you a bit more. You might as well take one of them then.
As you wish, your will, my lord.
That lot can all come down. Ah, I can't retrain them. Train things. 1 turn away.
As you wish.
Get him down. Argon, 7 turns, but they'll attack us before that. I think we're going to have to rise. They broke off the assault. What? Why did they do that? Well, one thing that we're definitely going to do here is not leave our factionaire in there alone. We've got 2 generals in there already, so just move the factionaire onto the bridge. We don't need to lose him. We don't need to sacrifice him. What we should do is go out and attack those goblins, because we can beat them on the field easily. The Anagamaite needs someone to come and lead those troops it's getting. So that's where you guys can head back. Can you train anything? Because I'll take anything to clear Dundan from this side of the river at the moment, to be honest. So yeah, Dolvorn, send your troops to Anagamaite. There we are, now we're pronouncing it properly. Anagamaite. Quite a nice little recruitment pool up here as well, isn't it? Go on then, I'll take the lot. we'll go head out on a little expeditionary force, see if we can't wrest Ostsul from the goblins. And then
Yes,
you
my
return
lord.
away. Isengard really have not got as much as I thought they had. They're not throwing as many troops into it as I expected they would, given their size. But maybe with Gondor, Dol Amroth, and Mordor all just being there on the other side, it must be enough to keep Isengard in a bit of a half and half. And Mordor, of course, are throwing everything they have at Isengard. Isengard's their only current main enemy. Whereas, so Isengard have got to throw a lot of their troops back just to counter them. Oh, well, that's a cheap move, Isengard, isn't it? That's a very, very cheap move. If I run away, we chance that he might not catch up with us, but he does. So now we have to auto-resolve and lose all of these
We
troops.
shall continue tomorrow.
I don't understand why they do this, though. I mean, yes, you've deprived me of my reinforcing army, and this army's had to pull back.
We must regroup.
But that's not going to stop you losing your faction leader in a turn. Now, unfortunately, I am not going to be able to fight this battle. Because... no, I might. I tell you what, I will save it now. I need to go now to stop recording. But I may have time later this evening, so I might come back and fight that so the video isn't less than 30 minutes. But for now, I'm going to save it. So if this is the end, then I do hope you've enjoyed watching thus far. This will be the last episode of this week. Next week will just be a faction overview and a top 10, as I've already said. And then they'll resume as normal after that, because I am on holiday from the recording of this video. But if I do come back later, then this will just have a nice little blended transition, and you'll see me again in a moment. But if I do not come back, it is 10 o'clock in the evening on October the 24th, if you must know. It's not October the 24th, it's October the 25th. But I am back, indeed, and it is now 10 o'clock in the evening. I recorded that first bit, if you're interested, at 6:30. But here we are. Now, looking at the armies that we are now facing off against, one coming from in front, one from behind, we are actually going to be really up against it. Our army is made up entirely of our worst possible units. And their army is made up of quite a lot of Dunland's finest units. So I'm not entirely sure we're actually going to win this. But, so we're going to have to use every dirty trick at our disposal, including, of course, the famous trick of running to the corner and standing there. Now, they shouldn't be coming in behind... They should be coming in this corner, I don't think. No, indeed, they're coming in the other one. So, we're going to have to just use the hill. You are all prime candidates for forming a line. So you shall. Crossbows... let's get the archers and the crossbows together. Go behind. To go behind a bit better, maybe? There we are, perfect. And raiders will be part of a flanking force, along with a couple of generals. And on the other side, holding up our right flank, will be some raiders again, with some savages, and our, I think, faction... No, he's just Castamite, isn't he? I keep thinking he's my faction leader because I named a town after him, but now I realise it's just because he did very well in defending said town. And so that's why he got the name. But there's a lot of Wolf's units out there. Dunland's most famous general, who sat on the throne of Meduseld, if you're interested. Only for a very, very brief time. And then he was overthrown again by the Rohirrim. But for a short time, Dunland did rule Rohan in... legally, de jure. However, they weren't the de facto rulers, of course. They only held the Edoras. And there's a reinforcing army. The reinforcing army doesn't have very many men per battalion, as you can see. They're all very depleted. So they're not too much of a threat. It's this main army that's the problem. And also, as they're going to take about a year to get set up, we just have to wait, unfortunately, for a bit as they close in on us. I'm not as concerned with the crossbows and utilising them to the best of their ability, because Dunland, whilst having some armour, they aren't a heavy armour nation. Then it's not like up against Isengard or dwarves, and it will not be paramount to have our crossbows being as lethal as possible. Oh dear, sorry. Do excuse me. I'm yawning. I didn't want to leave the video at 25 minutes, but I shan't lie, I am quite tired. I've had an incredibly busy day today, and it's only going to be busier tomorrow. But I'm off for a week after tomorrow, so yay. But gods, is tomorrow going to be busy. The fun that we have working in a law firm. Right, the raiders have arrived and unfortunately hit our flanking unit, so we'll try and salvage that. Elsewhere, we're definitely getting a good flank on this side, so curl around. We've just got to hope our line holds. I'm not sure that it will, but we have to hope. Right, there you go. Get a little flank attack on them. Get the generals involved because they're anti-cavalry. They're going around. Ah, they're ready. Savages. Savages go for those Dunlanding, whatever they are. Eisenach Axemen, sorry. I could literally fall asleep at the computer, which is a really bad way to play the game. You make so many mistakes when you're tired. How are we doing? Oh, bugger. Oh no, I've run you the wrong way. I want you to go that way. It's those that were getting involved. Oh, they're doing it anyway. They're just going for it. We should use the general to full force, actually. Oh, Eisenach Axemen as well are armor piercing, aren't they? Bugger. Who's coming in on us there? Ah, oh, Adûnâim champions. Turn and take their might. No one is on defensive mode anymore, please. Except for you guys, so you fire and shoot. Oh, wolf's pikes. Definitely target those, please. Ah, those raiders are finally dying. Get those raiders out. We can use this to flank someone. How are we doing over there? Eisenach Axemen. Ah, dying. Yes, excellent. Ah, but the pikes are coming in. And we're going to lose those raiders to those Adûnâim champions, I think. And this is all before the reinforcing army has even... Oh, it's not going to attack us. Oh, brilliant. That's good to know. They don't have a general, I don't... No, yes, they do. I'm looking right at him. It's literally... I'm just hovering the mouse over him just as I was saying they don't have a general. You target the pikes. Oh, why did you cut in so strangely? We're doing alright, actually, I think. Oh, no, we are losing more than them. Our general's not getting involved. Our savages are just getting killed off by the pikes, I expect. The only way to kill the pikes is to flank the pikes. Why are you not following commands? What is happening here?
Something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Right, archers, you're going to have to come and just fight. This is going to be a damn close one, even if we are going to win. If we are to win, sorry. We need to get some units around the back. At least the chieftain's bodyguard is getting hit. Don't want to send him against the Dunlanding berserkers. You can go down there.
We've lost half of our men.
Hit the Adûnâim champions. How are we doing over there? Oh, we are getting absolutely destroyed. Yeah, I think this army's going to die. But that's alright, Dunland can't reinforce it as easily as we can. And losing Castamite will be a blow, but it won't be the end of the world.
The The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
I was going to say, in certain places we seem to be doing alright. And those Dunher champions are really going down. They've routed! Hit those pikes in the back.
Pray
Oh, yeah, look.
changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
No, yeah, get involved, get involved. Now the warband have hit you. How are you doing over there? They're up against it. How are you guys doing though? They're not doing too badly. I'm surprised at how easily those archers brought down those wolves, Dunher champions. We might be the true Adûnâim, but these Dunlenders are giving us a run for our own money. I could really have done with those not getting massacred in melee.
Our army is tiring.
Come on, you're surrounding them. Look at that. That is utterly ridiculous. Oh, more pikes have arrived. Is that the reinforcements? Have they come? Oh, they have, haven't they? Yeah, it's all over. It's all over. Pull out now. Pull out before we die. Pull out before we die. Where's the general? Get out, you stupid man. No death wishes here, please.
Defeat seems almost certain.
Go, 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 go. Cross the line. Yes. Oh, yeah, you can run. I'm letting you run. Withdraw.
This defeat is a bitter drop to swallow.
Good Christ, we lost the entire army.
From this most foul cup.
We killed a lot of them. We killed an awful lot of them. But I didn't. To be honest, when I looked at the army rosters before I started recording, I actually did think to myself, I don't think I'm going to win this. I don't think I should record it. I probably should just let that episode end and fight this another day. But that's okay. The army of trash learnt its lesson. It was hastily gathered together, let's be honest. And we've just gone up against the last real army Dunland has north of the Gwathlo. So we've achieved our aim, and we've paid for it, unfortunately. But that means we're going to get good money, and we can now replace them with better troops. We've got an army forming in Anagamaite, which we can use. Oh, and the dwarves are helping, so that's always nice. The army that we can build in Anagamaite will be considerably better than the army that's just died. And that helped us clear away some of our trash, I suppose.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, go on then. Númenórean's just got a third general.
Your orders, my lord.
We've got a few too many generals, really.
Yes, my lord.
Anagamaite, you return to your home.
Lord. Yes,
Nachtir, you go there too. We want to avoid training any non-black coloured units.
My lord, by your command.
Basically, we're beyond needing Corsairs now.
We can go no further today.
Unless they are archers. I will take archers, because even Corsair archers are going to kill enemies. Oh, Londair really doesn't like us, does it? Don't know what happened there. It's not got plague anymore. Just doesn't like us. Oh, of course, because we just built the Barracks of True Sons, didn't we? Oh, not the Barracks of True Sons. We've just built the Auxiliary Camp, which lowers happiness. Conscription Camp. What culture do we need? 25% King's Men. We've got 5%. That gives us more free upkeep and morale bonus to all troops trained there, but we lose all the money bonuses. But no, that's not really a bother. And by the time that's built, our culture will be higher. I'm gonna go in for that. Get those across.
By your command.
So there's still that army there.
Orders. As you wish. I'm
Oh,
gonna stick you.
Bugger, he can reach us.
By your command.
Don't really want those actually. Get
As
those
you
back.
wish. Orders. We can go no further today. Your will, my lord.
You understand there, you have much more chance if you stay together. It's 55%. It really doesn't like us, does it? We need bonuses unrelated to happiness so that
Your
that
orders,
goes
my
back up.
We can go no further, my lord.
Oh, can we move the ship again?
Ship's ready.
Yes, we can. Oh, they really don't want us coming near them, do they? We're getting hounded by the enemy. So again,
Taking
make
the
sure that
troops
we end
ashore.
near the shore so that we don't
Ship's ready.
lose the army in the... Oh, that army's going to be so
Your
useful.
orders.
Look how elite it is. Oh, it's going to be it's going to be perfect. Sailing us from the farthest reaches of our empire, our forces are coming from all over to ensure our success and victory. And speaking of success and victory, there's way too many troops there just because there's rebels
It will be
nearby.
an honor defeating you.
I don't really know what to do with them. We can train a northern army if you like and crush the rebels and then sweep over and see what we can do in the east. But for now, I think that's pretty much all we can do. I don't know what to do with these two generals. I don't like having more than 2 generals in an army, really. Oh, I know what you can do.
To battle, lads.
Go and stand with the
Enemies lie defeated.
and act as emissaries for us over there with the oh yes, roads. Doesn't matter where they're being built, roads are always useful. And the first thing we'll build in Bregos is roads as well. That one's coming along quite nicely. 11 turns.
Yes, my lord.
Oh dear. Anyway, that is where I think I will end it. So, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I hope you enjoy the faction overview in the top 10, and until we speak again in what will be now just about 2 weeks or so, just under 2 weeks. Well, no, I mean, there's the 2 videos next week. I'm rambling. I should go to bed. Until we speak again, farewell. Navarna den Pedimad Melonin. And I've said farewell already. Farewell again. Farewell.